We learned in previous Mishnayos that a tanner, an oven, becomes susceptible to tumah after the manufacturing process is completed. And that happens after you use the oven once. And that solidifies the walls of the oven. That process is called curing an oven. Now, to cure an oven, the oven just needs to reach the temperature to bake sufgonin, some type of sponge cake, which was not hard to do. You don't have to get the oven so hot to cure it. In fact, you probably don't want to get the oven so hot the first time because the walls could crack. Now, this Mishnah shows us how easy it is to cure an oven. Taner, an oven, shehusak me'achorov, that you heated it up from the outside. So usually you have to cure an oven from the inside and to make sure that the inside gets hot enough to bake those sufganin. This Mishnah shows us that even if you fired it from the outside, we assume that since you're trying to cure the oven, so we assume that even the inside got hot enough. The Mishnah says an even bigger chiddush. Or shehusak shalomi ledaito. Even if you heated it up without the intent, even if a fire just broke out, and you weren't intending to cure it, we still assume that it got hot enough, because to get hot, to bake that sponge cake is not so hot. And therefore we assume that it got to that level, and we assume that the manufacturing process happened. And even a bigger chiddush, the Mishnah says, or shehusak beveisa umen. Even if it got heated up and it got cured in the house of the craftsman, meaning the oven wasn't finished yet. The craftsman's in the middle of making the oven. Now the oven was at least minimally 4 tefachim, which is the minimal height of an oven, but the owner wanted it to be much higher. And he cured it after it was 4 tefachim tall, even though one might have thought that the manufacturing process is not finished yet, the owner wants it to be much taller. Nevertheless, our Mishnah teaches us that since it's minimally functional and it got cured, it's considered a finished oven and it's susceptible to tumah. Now the Mishnah brings a story where all three of these things happened all at once. And nevertheless, we consider the oven a finished product. Maisa, a story happened. Shenafla deleka, that a fire broke out. Betanure Kfar Signo, on the ovens of Kfar Signo, the place called Kfar Signo, which was a workshop. And these ovens weren't completed yet. Ubo Maisa liyavne, and the story came to Yavne. V'timon Rebben Gamliel. Rebben Gamliel said that they're susceptible to tumah, even though the fire broke out and therefore it got cured from the outside of the ovens, and it was shalol ledas. They didn't know that they were curing the ovens, and it was still in the craftsman's shop, and the ovens weren't finished yet. Nevertheless, it's very simple to cure an oven, and therefore the manufacturing process is finished, and those ovens were susceptible to becoming tameh. Now it's your turn to read the Mishnah.